actually have that Star Wars poster right behind me. This kid had his whole room Star Wars. Today we will be touring a property at 2802 Summer Creek Court in Blue Springs, Missouri. I actually went and did a walkthrough on this one back in May. They ended up closing on it in June, not my clients. Whenever I toured it, it was actually already under contract, but it was a contingent contract, meaning that the person trying to purchase the property was also trying to sell their home. So we could have kicked them out, but we didn't end up making an offer on this one. It was a super cute one. It was listed for 11 days before it got that contract on it. It was originally listed for $405,000, but it actually closed out at $410,000. So I don't know if there are any concessions there or what exactly happened for that $5,000 price increase. But this one was a 4-bed, 3-bath, 3,200 square foot home, and it was built in 2010. If there are any questions or if you have anything that you were curious about, please feel free to reach out to me at the contact information below. But with that, let's go ahead and begin. So here's the front of the house. You can see the address there, 2802. Super nice home. That's stucco siding on the front. Super nice neighborhood. It's in like a semi cul-de-sac. The road offshoots from the side and just does this little roundabout and goes back out. The driveway was in super nice condition. This is a 14-year-old house. Doors, I couldn't tell if they had been replaced or if they were just well maintained. I think that discoloration was sprinklers, but on the paint job the rest of the way through, or on the outside of the house, it is pretty faded and it probably needs a paint job in the next couple years. I would say a year at the most, honestly, if you don't want to avoid any other damage or getting any wood rot or moisture damage to it. Nice windows. Didn't see any wood rot or anything like that on the frames or anything. I'm not a huge fan of the split level designs. This is one of the better ones because you walk into an actual living room and not the stairs. The accent wall was painted pretty well. The floor was well maintained. I believe that was a gas fireplace. Nice vaulted ceilings. And we go out to the garage right here. This garage is actually super nice, and it tells you a lot about the current owners. It's well organized, it's clean. There was a crack in the floor, which it wasn't horrible. It wasn't upheaval or anything like that, so nothing too concerning. But the fact that they've got this so clean and everything makes me feel like they've maintained the house very well. Closet space. And then we go downstairs. I like to start in the basements. And this one is a finished walkout. This is like their second living room, their place that they probably hang out the most. And that door right there to the left is the sub-basement, which you'll see here in a minute. Walking over to the breaker box. It's got a nice cover over it. And that was a 200 amp breaker box. It had a lot of different breakers in there, which is nice, but it had space for a lot more as well. I left that door open to make it easier to get out for the walkthrough. So out here, the patio was super nice. The pavers were all right. They had some shifting going on. That hill kind of came over to the foundation of the house, so there was water definitely coming down that way. As you can see, here's all that paint that I was talking about that needs to be redone. Just a lot of faded spots. Decent job on the pavers. Those posts holding up that deck, they would get called out on an inspection as ground contact. It starts to rot out. I mean, it's treated lumber, but you know, you've got water there consistently when it rains. An inspector wants to see the concrete above the ground and the post resting on those. That's how they do it anymore. Gutters just drain right next to the house. I try to keep those as far away as possible. Usually want to bury a line. There's a little bit of wood rot right there on the corner. But this one's pretty clean overall. And then the fencing. So this person owned that fence right there. They did not own the back fence or that side fence. Pretty much all the dark brown fencing is what they had. That gate looked like it could have used a little TLC on that one. Then over here, that's where that slope is that I was saying, where it probably collects water over there in that corner. I'd figure out some sort of drainage over there. Keep the ground from eroding. I'm pretty sure the deck was lagged properly to the house. But that would show up in an inspection. Then over here we do have a full bathroom, well maintained, and then just off of the full bathroom is a bedroom, and it is a conforming bedroom because there is a way to get out of the bedroom, and it does have a closet. So I mean, it actually counts as a bedroom even though it's in the basement. And there was the water heater, the furnace. They look well maintained. I can't remember if that water softener and filtration system came with the house or not. Sometimes they stay, sometimes they don't. There's what you'd consider the egress window. That was a full-size bed in there. A lot of stuff in the closet, but they kept it pretty well organized. And then here is the sub basement. It looked like they used it as a workout area. And I didn't see any flaws on the walls or anything like that. There were no cracks or anything. It was fairly well maintained. The egress window right here, it could have used a little bit more clean out. And then I think that shade right there that was there to hide the sump pump. Let's see. Yeah, they've got a table stacked over it, but that's a sump pump pit. All those tabs on the wall are from whenever they actually pour that concrete. Those tabs, you put a pin behind them and it holds the forms up so they don't just fall apart whenever they actually put the concrete in between the forms. Sometimes they'll knock them off. A lot of times they knock them off. They just didn't bother on this one. Headed back upstairs, get a good shot of the floors right there. The carpet on the running carpet on the stairs looked like it was in pretty good condition as well. Nice tall windows right there. The countertops in here were also, I couldn't tell if they were granite or quartz. I think they look a little more like quartz to me. I always like to check the inside of the ovens because sometimes people don't keep those clean. Stuff overflows, boils over, burns on the bottom. There's been some times that I've opened those and just been, how do you even cook in it anymore without the whole house smoking? But that one was pretty good. Appliances all look good. Testing the water pressure. Always look underneath the sinks, make sure that they didn't neglect a leak for a long time, Have the bottom of that cabinet rod out. Those sliding glass doors on the back of homes, sometimes you'll run into them where they're really hard to open up. That's where you know that they either it's either off track or they just haven't kept it lubricated enough. Pretty good view from up here. I mean, your neighbor, you can't see right into the neighbor's backyard. I would probably get a privacy fence, but that can't really help out the view from the top of the deck. Just spy on them. The roof on this one looked really good. Good ventilation. And the deck was just in great shape all around. One of the secondary bedrooms. I actually have that Star Wars poster right behind me. This kid had his whole room Star Wars. Now this was a 2010 build, I believe. So I mean, there's some updating that needs to be done on some of the fixtures, but all in all, they all look good. They were all operating properly. Full closet. So the laundry room is on the level with most of the bedrooms. The primary bedroom is going to be up another flight of stairs. Full bath in the hallway for all the secondaries. I try not to get into the shots on there just in case, but sometimes you can't avoid those mirrors. There was a squeaky spot on that floor. I like to point that out too. Some people, it really, really bothers them to find squeaky spots. Try to be as thorough as possible. This was a smaller room. That is a full-size bed. A little cramped. And then we'll head up to the primary bedroom. Good sized room, painted kind of dark, but it is a bedroom. You don't want it to be too bright in there. A little sitting area. You'd use it as a little office spot if you wanted to. They just stuck some chairs over there. That carpet was a little worn in the high traffic areas. You could almost see a seam there too, right over where that credenza thing is sitting. So on this one, it looks like that they updated like the faucet on the sink and things like that, small things, but the sink tops were still original. That jacuzzi tub screams 90s, but it was a 2010 build. The tile even kind of, but they did upgrade the faucets at those sinks. A lot of times you'll run into these showers too, and they will be just caked with soap scum, and people just don't, I don't know, I guess you see it every day so you don't think about it. And then there was the throne room right there. And that concludes the tour of 2802 Summer Creek Court in Blue Springs, Missouri. If there is anything you had questions about on that tour or any of the other home tours, or just in general how the purchasing process works, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always here to help. Other than that, I will see you later.